This is my open diary. I wanted to start this series as something where I'll just put out what's inside for my own sake and maybe for some inspiring thoughts you can have. But I won't talk like I want to inspire you. I just want to be, because that's what I am here. Now, within this series, I'll just be myself. I'll just talk about what I take from life, how I'm feeling. I'll try to pack all this that's going on in there into some sort of expression I would otherwise come up and write down for myself or speak down, as that's what I mostly do. I just speak out my thoughts and keeping a diary in form of a transcript. So I let an AI transcribe what I'm talking, and I also have it written down then. But other to these personal recordings I make, I want to give something out there, because why not have an open diary? Why not use it as something where you're also just sharing? So let's just go. The last few weeks I was in a shift quite a lot. There were many new things going on. I was moving out of old patterns in a regard where I started to develop myself out of the need to do something specific. I was pursuing a goal which is still important to me, but there did come something that was showing me more urgency to think about, more need for myself to wrap my head around. And that thing was the overall situation that's going on out there in the world, how everything's changing, how our values, our proposition in this construct we live in, and how the gap in between people and different kind of social statuses move apart in such a rapid pace, where the richer get richer, poorer get poorer, values are all over the place. And I just can't look at these things and how our overall planet is going to change in the course of the next years, and is changing every day. I can't take this and just live by it and build some sort of product that might have great value for people and might help people with a personal intrinsic thing. But what is the goal for myself? How far can I impact our lives? That was a question I was having lately. How far can I take my thoughts and build them together into something that might be a part of change? I want to dedicate my life and what I'm doing to these things, to the things that are truly important in my eyes, that make me feel like we gotta get some hands on. We gotta understand some more about it so we can start to move into a direction where we all want to live. Because at the moment it doesn't seem like things are in the favor of the people. It's always in the favor of something growth driven, of something that someone else is determining with their forces, of company, of a capitalistic growth. But where are we growing towards when it's not our actual fulfillment, our happiness within? What is all that? What is all these materialistic things when in the end we ain't happy and so many others aren't? What is this? So I can't just let all these things run by myself without getting into touch with it and giving my best to do a positive impact. So my thoughts just recently were that I'll have to build something that understands the needs, understands the overall behavioral psychology of the people, or what certain people like to choose, so I can start implementing something that can lead towards a change, that can be built from ground on within the thing in mind, that I know what others might be in need of. And what people need should be heard, should be understood, because it's important. Every single one of us is a part in this. So we shall not forget about everyone who is also living by us, who is also exactly the same worth as we are, no matter who. Sure, people got their history. I'm not saying that there are not no bad people out there, but we should listen to those who got feelings about their lives, and that are certainly all of us in some sense. So I think we should define, we should start to find a way to define what is right or wrong, what should be rewarded and what not. I'm not talking about workforce you put into something. I'm talking about your genuine actions you choose in your life, the things you buy, the transportation you use. I think it's time to get closer to something that actually is built on the real values, on the necessary values for our future. And these should be rewarded. These were thoughts I was having just recently, but they've gone so deep that I almost can't focus on anything else no more. And I'm quite happy about that. Still feeling quite new. And I'm not always sure how to sort some new feelings, or if it's just that I'm jumping around. Now it's something new. Now it's that. Now it's this. I did that quite some time in my life, but this time it's different. Doesn't feel like I gotta switch, because there's an ultimate purpose. There's something so much bigger underlying that's not for the sake of my profit, of my growth. It's way bigger. It's for us, for all of us. The meaning quite shifted. That is something I didn't grasp when I first had it. I was having feelings like that back then when I got to know my good friend Jan, who's doing upcycling or clothing repurposing. Sometimes also from cloth that's not even an actual piece you can wear. Like whatever kind of fabric you'll see at a market, like sunscreens or whatever, some awnings, curtains. he's doing some great stuff, and that inspired me because it's sustainable. You give something old a new life. I like this whole thought. It's very necessary. It's a value. It's where you're just able to say that it's right. It's right to do so. You can't say anything. You just can't. In my honest opinion, you can't say anything against that, because someone made the effort to make something, to produce something intrinsically, hopefully, not driven by something capitalistic, something profit driven. For sure it's capitalistic because he wants something. He takes for it as well, the one who builds. But when it's coming from an intrinsic motive of that's not growth driven, and there's a meaning behind that, for sure, why should you just waste it? Waste this piece that's existent already. Why should that be a good thing to throw it away? Only because there's no one actually saying that this is right. That it is right to not throw it away. Yeah. And it's wrong to do so. And I'm not saying that this is the end of the story now. No. But if you are setting up something that's wrong in your eyes, there has to be a solution you lay in front of people. But what we can see from that whole thing is, Why are certain governmental structures not telling us what we could do with these things? Why should they tell us if they also just want their country, their whole underlying systems to grow as well? They're companies. And if you're a company that's running and you're a part of the GDP of the country, then yeah, they won't just cut it. They won't do it. So why should they tell you the truth when they can profit from it? That is so miserably wrong out there. It's starting from this positioning. And I just gotta do something. I can't look at these things no more. It's the core of all is this drive. But we're going the destructive way. We're going the wrong one. We are at a complete wrong spot with how we approach things. So I have to evaluate on all these thoughts and come up with something I can start to build on, because this is such a vast topic and the solution is very complex together, and it has to be forged first. So yeah, it's indescribably big amount of impact that's hitting me with this new realization. It was beating in myself for such a long time, but it was covered. It was covered by the veil of the need to break out, the need to just take myself first, and that is good. I shall not victimize myself for others, for sure not. But why should I start to focus on something that's not in the biggest frame of our existence now, when I know that? Why should I lay this to the side and just set on a mask of someone who just wants to make money now? That's bullshit. I don't think this is the right way to go for myself. So I won't go that no more. And I can also like differentiate or compare these two states. Okay, yeah, but now I gotta do some work to get an income. If I would do something else, making more money, I would have more freedom. Yeah. I just don't want to sell my soul. I'm doing things for money for sure. But I don't want to like start making some shit business only to make loads. I just want to approach the things that's important for me. So I think things are coming along the way, and this whole money thing is also settling at the moment quite good. Because once you just let go, many new doors are opening when you stay sharpened. And I'll do that. I'll find a way to get this out. Yeah. So let's see how long it's gonna take until I abstracted it down enough to actually start building on it. It's a big journey ahead, but it's so worth it. I'm forgetting about everything else when I see that I wanna preserve the beauty of this life. I don't want to see it falling apart. Neither do I want to think about how others might not be able to see the whole beauty of this life. Having a hard time actually defining life on the basis that, on the foundation that we're built on, nature in touch with it, not the ones who destroy it for the sake of profit. That's not life. No. We gotta do something. It was great to have made this first episode now. Also helps me sort out things, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you and talking to you again. Take care. See you soon.